Welcome, everyone. I want to ask you to do something for me as we begin. I want you to think about the most beautiful sound in your life. Maybe it is the chaotic, uncontainable laughter of your grandchild. Maybe it is the familiar, comforting hum of your spouse's voice from the other room. Or maybe it is simply the sound of rain hitting the window pane on a quiet Sunday morning. Now, I want you to imagine that over the next 10 years, someone slowly, imperceptibly, turns the volume knob down on all of those sounds. This is exactly what happened to a woman I know named Margaret. Margaret is 71 years old. She is as sharp as a tack, a retired school teacher who spent her entire life surrounded by the chatter of a busy classroom. But not too long ago, Margaret sat across from me and made a confession that absolutely broke my heart. She looked down at her hands and said, "You know, I stopped going to my Wednesday book club, and it wasn't because I lost interest in the books. I stopped going because I was completely, utterly exhausted from pretending that I could hear the conversation." Margaret had been quietly withdrawing from her own life. One missed joke, one muffled sentence, one skipped family gathering at a time. She had tried the traditional medical route. She bought the expensive hearing aids. She tried turning her television up to a volume that drove her neighbors crazy, and yet the profound isolation remained. Do you want to know why? Because for 15 years, nobody had ever once looked at her neck. And that, remarkably, is exactly where we finally found the answer. I need every single person listening right now to hear this clearly. What Margaret was experiencing was not simply the unavoidable, tragic cost of getting older. It was a signal. It was a highly specific, highly treatable physiological signal that her body had been desperately sending for a decade and a half, waiting for someone to finally pay attention. If my decades in medicine have taught me one absolute, it is this: the human body does not easily give up on us. We just have to learn how to translate what it is trying to communicate. And today, we are going to completely change the way you think about hearing loss. The dangerous trap of just aging. There is a deeply harmful narrative in modern medicine, and it is the casual dismissal of physical decline as just aging. That phrase is a trap. It is a psychological heady door that slams shut on possibilities that should remain wide open. When a senior goes into a clinic and reports fading hearing, a ringing in the ears, what we call tinnitus, or a persistent, frustrating feeling of fullness in the ear canal, they are almost universally patted on the hand and told it is just a natural part of growing older. They are told to accept it, and so they do. They shrink their world. They stop reaching out. But Dr. Shigeaki Hinahara, one of the most brilliant longevity physicians of the last century, refused to accept this. When older patients came to him complaining of auditory decline, he did not immediately reach for a light to look inside their ears. Instead, he took a step back and looked at how they held their heads. He asked them to turn left, then right. He placed his hands on their shoulders and felt for the deep, chronic tension in the muscles along the back of the cervical spine. More often than not, what he found was a neck that had been compressed, loaded, and entirely misaligned over decades of looking down at books, staring at computer screens, and carrying the heavy, invisible burden of daily stress. The anatomy of sound, the garden hose effect. To understand how your neck physically dictates what you hear, you need to understand a medical condition known as cervicogenic hearing loss. In plain English, that means hearing impairment that originates from the cervical spine, your neck. I want you to hold a picture in your mind right now. Imagine a garden hose carrying fresh water to a vibrant garden. Now imagine someone steps on that hose, or the soil around it heavily compresses it. The water is technically still flowing, but not freely. It is a trickle. The garden is suddenly deprived of the full, rich supply it needs to thrive, and the plants begin to wilt. That is exactly what happens to your vertebral arteries. These are the vital blood vessels that travel directly up through the small bones of your neck on their way to your inner ear in your brain. The inner ear is an extraordinarily sensitive, delicate mechanism. It demands a constant, rich, uninterrupted supply of oxygen and nutrients to function optimally. When your neck is stiff, or when the surrounding muscles are chronically tight from a forward head posture, those blood vessels become physically compressed. But the problem goes even deeper than blood flow. The upper part of your neck is packed with a dense network of what we call proprioceptors. These are sensory receptors that act like a GPS system, constantly sending spatial signals to your brain. When stiffness disrupts these signals, your brain receives confused, chaotic information. This neurological static directly interferes with how your auditory processing centers function. Now, let me be responsible and clear. Not all hearing loss comes from the neck. If you have inner ear damage from loud noises, medication side effects, or conditions like Meniere's disease, you need a specialist. But researchers now estimate that 10 to 30% of hearing complaints in older adults are plagued by cervicogenic factors. That is millions of people whose hearing issues are being completely misunderstood. So how do we fix it? We do it gently. You do not need a gym, you do not need heavy weights or expensive equipment. You just need a comfortable, upright chair, your feet flat on the floor, and 5 minutes of mindful movement. Note, if you have severe neck issues or a history of spinal injuries, please consult your doctor first. But for most, this is a beautiful, restorative daily practice. Let's walk through the 4 steps to reclaim your alignment right now. Step 1, the chin tuck. This is your foundation. I want you to sit tall, look straight ahead, and gently draw your chin straight back. Do not look down at your lap, do not look up at the ceiling. Pull it straight back as if you were making a small double chin. Hold that for just 5 seconds, then release. Repeat this 10 times. This simple movement decompresses the upper spine and reawakens the deep neck muscles that have fallen asleep from years of slouching. Step 2 is the slow neck rotation. Clinical studies show that restricted rotation is a massive predictor of hearing loss. Gently and slowly turn your head to the right as far as is comfortable. No bouncing, no forcing. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then slowly return to the center, then turn to the left. Do this 5 times on each side. By doing this, you are physically nudging open the space around those blood vessels, sending fresh, oxygen-rich blood directly to your inner ear. Step 3 is the lateral stretch. Place your right hand firmly under your right thigh to anchor your shoulder down. Now gently tilt your head to the left, bringing your left ear toward your left shoulder. Just let gravity do the work. You will feel a deep, releasing stretch down the side of your neck, easing the tension on vital nerves. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds, and then switch sides. Step 4 is the shoulder roll and release. Your neck is like the center pole of a tent. If the ropes, your shoulder muscles, are pulled too tight on one side, the whole structure collapses. Take a slow, deep breath in and roll both shoulders backward, up, and down in a generous, smooth circle. Do this 5 times backward and 5 times forward to reset your posture. The pillars of lifestyle support. You can do these exercises every day, but to make them truly stick, you must support your body from the inside out. There are 3 simple lifestyle habits you need to build into your routine. First is hydration. The discs that cushion your neck bones are made mostly of water. When you are dehydrated, those discs flatten out like deflated tires, compressing your nerves. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every single day. Second is posture awareness. I'm not asking for rigid, uncomfortable posture, just gentle awareness. When you catch your chin drifting towards your phone or the TV screen, just gently pull it back. Third is magnesium. Magnesium is the ultimate protector of nerve function and blood vessel health. Add leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, and bananas to your daily diet to biologically fortify your auditory system. I want to leave you with one final thought, and it might be the most important thing I say to you today. In decades of observing patients, I have noticed a profound, undeniable pattern. The patients who have a real reason to get better, A grandchild they desperately want to hear laugh, a spouse they want to whisper with at night, a book club they refuse to give up on. Those patients recover faster and more fully than anyone else. Your brain is not a passive, deteriorating organ. It possesses incredible neuroplasticity. It is constantly rewiring itself, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. When you do these neck exercises, you restore the blood flow and deliver better raw materials to your brain. But it is your purpose, your why, that tells the brain what to do with those materials. Deciding that you deserve to hear the world clearly is a radical shift in belief, and sometimes that shift is the most powerful medicine on earth. Do not wait for tomorrow to begin. Tonight, before your head hits the pillow, sit on the edge of your bed and do the chin tuck. Pull your chin back, hold it for 5 seconds. Notice how your head suddenly feels a little lighter. Notice the gentle release of tension. The hardest part of any healing journey is simply taking the very first step. Your body is not finished with you yet. It is speaking to you. It is time to start listening. Thank you.